Okay, this first impression video review and of the BMW C600 Sports. This one of the first few unit in Malaysia, and they recently launched it last month on the 29th of October, and I got this unit about last Friday on the few days back. And let's just go through the bike specification. This bike is a 647cc twin cylinder water cooled fuel injection engine from BMW, and this is a new engine that powered this scooter. Previously BMW have the C1, which was built by Benetton and probably using the 150cc Rotax engine. It was a failure, and now BMW is serious in introducing this scooter, the new scooter, which is 650cc, and although the designation for this bike is C600 Sports, and its bigger brother, the C650 GT, which is the Gran Turismo model, but they are powered by the same engine, and only slight difference in its frame to accommodate the larger storage space for the GT. Right, so let us go through the bike. And the bike, that's the front and part of the bike, the dash. That's the handlebar, the left handlebar and the right. And on the left bar you have the left rear brake lever, the light switch to select whether you want the daytime running light or the headlight, hazard light. This is a trip and information selector for the multi-display on the dashboard. There's the signal, turn signal, left, right. This is self-cancelling. That's the horn. Brake reservoir for the front brake. That's the rear view mirror. Adjuster for the windshield, three-way. I'm putting it at the midway. Okay. This is the fuel filler, and to open the fuel filler, you need to depress the key and turn it to the left. The fuel filler is open, and you can take out and refill. Okay. Further back, this is the side stand, which double as the parking brake. And when the side stand is down, you'll not be able to start the bike. It's on the center stand now. This is the rear passenger foot pack. Single-sided swing arm with chain drive internally. The BMW sales rep said that only required to service every 20,000 kilometers, the oil change. And this chain supposed to be maintenance free and should last the lifetime of this bike. Okay. This rear wheel is a 15-inch wheels. It's a Pirelli Diablo, and it's rated, the specification is 160/60 R15 motorcycle tire. Okay, that's the rear brakes with ABS ring internally with sensors. The rear lights for signal. This is LED. This is also LED for the license plate light. Rear brake and rear position lights is also LED. On this side you can see it's a single-sided swing arm. The exhaust muffler, this is the standard from BMW. It's quite small. They have Akrapovic or laser, and also the GPR also made the exhaust for this bike. right hand side passenger foot bag. This is the seat. This is a rear heater switch. You can have a full heating, automatic, center, or low heating. It's controlled by the rear passenger, by the pillion. Okay. Right hand side, you can see that's the ignition switch. This is right hand lever. The bike that Malaysia BMW brought in is a premium series bike with everything fully loaded. You have the heated grips switch, heated seat for the passenger or the front passenger seat. You can cycle the switch to have it in auto, full, or medium heat. Same thing with the heated grip. This is the kill switch and the start switch, 2-in-1. That's in the stop position, that's in the run, and the press at bottom will be a start. Just like any scooter, you require the brake lever to be pulled, and you can select the start. Okay, let's look at the front. The front wheels is a double disc with ABS from BMW Motorrad. As the indicator for right turn indicator. That's the headlight. The left one is the low beam. This is the high beam. When you select high beam, both the light will light up. This is the daytime running light. Both left and right side daytime running light. And right hand side of the bike, you have the brakes, the other disc, and the ABS ring. That's the radiator. It's quite low, and I'm afraid there could be some splash coming from the tire into the radiator. Some bike will have an extender that will prevent that. Okay, let's switch her on and see what's the indication. It's quite a rain. Okay, select to on. Okay, before that, let me open up the boot or the storage space. Depress the key and turn it to the right, and you can get the boot open up. Okay, it's quite a big boot. You can have a full face helmet, one full face helmet in here, and if you need to put a second full face helmet, you need to drop the flexi case down with this lever. The flexi case go down, and you can have two full face helmet. It's quite a big storage space compared to other sports scooter. And if the flexi case is down, you'll not be able to start the bike. Okay. Right, let's power up, switch on the ignition, and let's see what's our indication. The bike will go through full self test with all the light being tested, and there will be some display. See whether you can see it, because it's quite glary. Now it's showing 449 kilometers. That's the distance I have traveled, and the time is 18:37. The date is 27th of November 2012, and you can cycle through the trip and info selector to get various display. If I trigger the trip, you can get the trip to be displayed: trip 1, trip 2, trip A. Then go back to the odometer and select the info. It will go showing the oil level, whether it's okay or not. RDC is tire pressure. This bike equipped with tire pressure indication. It's showing the left or the right tire pressure indication. The one that's showing a 2.7 bar currently is the rear tire pressure indication. That's the front. Both are at 2.7 bar. It's quite high for single person riding. And the next display will be temperature, 34.5 degrees Celsius. Speed, that's probably engine speed, 54.4. Fuel, 4.8 liter per 100 kilometer. And and there's few dashes. There's probably some other things. I need to read the book and the date. If this bike goes into reserve, there will be a few indication of a warning indication, and the bike will display distant travel after the reserve has been reached. Here is the fuel indication, fuel lever. It's a 3 bar, and on the right side is the RPM indication. Let's start it up. The speedo is probably taken up from the rear wheels, so you can have the indication even the bike stationary. This bike sounds very much like the Kawasaki Versys 650, probably because of a twin cylinder. I'm still testing out this bike, and the daytime running light is on, plus the low beam is on. I need to select this switch to just cycle it, and only the daytime running light is on. During the day, I prefer to have it in this configuration because the headlight is not running, it's not on. This bike is very new, so I need to test it out, see how it performs. But so far I'm very impressed with it because it's handled just like a sports bike. The way it takes corners and the way the brake is, how the brake handle this bike is totally amazing. You need to experience it to enjoy this bike, and it's a very fun scooter to ride. You do not need to bother about gears, clutches. You just twist and go. Fuel consumption is it's not that compared to things like Honda Integra NC700. You cannot compare with that bike because the gearing is slightly different, but this is one of the most efficient engine that BMW produce, so I will expect good mileage. Full tank, I can get about close to 320 kilometers of full tank, and the full tank is roughly around 16 liter. But I need to test it for a few more days, and it's quite new, and I do not really stress it out or try all out with it. And most probably I will take it into the hilly area with some twists and get a full impression of this bike. Okay, let's switch it off, and we'll see. This daytime running light will remain on for a few seconds until then it will be automatically switched off. Let's see, it's roughly around 30 seconds it will go off. Just like those cars which have a running light. Yeah, it goes off. Right. That's my quick review of this BMW C600 Sports that I just have for the last 6 days, and let's see how it performs. Bye.